Digital. Create the life you want. www.maymarys.com. By starting and running your own digital business. Work from home. Tips for business owners. How to create successful online digital business. Join our global company. Mentorship and training coaching. Training for each individual. Learn how to earn online. Be your own manager. For more information, visit www.maymarys.com or email us at info@maymarys.com. You can also call us on 0049 017 656 853 241. This business has helped me so much and my family, and to increase your income, join and create the life you want. Also for beginner. Also a beginner when I started this.
Schwar, and maybe I'm discovered for Europe. I come a for Ghana. No, me used to tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Easy, convenient, fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover ye map him. Tap send. Internet. Also download the tap send app. No, ever mobile phone so free. Let us see how come we for Ghana for na. Tap send. Papa no.
Everybody check now. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. For check it. Green select glucometer, check it. Put sugar level for check it. For check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Emre tudo nani etena ka mu kwantin akotonyo mabegu ye shop mu se ubenya ni nyina ofako enno so ya asem foforo owo so to mfa sika swane ne mpatemu anase achimota lapa se kosi nsawam. Jimmy Dale is your one-stop shop distribution for wholesale and retailers. Safa drinks, insure, enyane, anasa ade bia wo pe bia. So ukoton ko ade a enye bia wo se wutu mu a eye Jimmy Dale. You can locate Jimmy Dale Ventures at Giga Junction inside Soto, or call us now on 0208 920 996. Jimmy Dale Ventures, the official sponsor for Sammy Flex TV.
Okay, so we are set. The show started even before we came on the set. And the other one is more political and some points. The guys were also talking about music here and there. But we also have our arranged topics that we have to look at. So let's forget about them. Just that people are disagreeing with Chemo more on the Ghana boys who are impregnating the foreign girls who come to town. The kind of feedback I'm getting from people, I know that Chemo is in trouble. People want to bamba it. He said
crime rate. What is crime rate in getting people pregnant?
Okay, so beyond that, today we're talking about BET. We'll be talking about some celebrities, and we'll also be talking about Criss Waddle. He started some promotions. And Kwabena is also in the news, and other matters that we're talking about if it becomes necessary. So we welcome you to Showbiz Daily here on Sammy Flex TV. It is going to be some 2-hour conversation, solid. And I want to send greetings to all my guys in America. They actually called me and they said, Sammy, today are you guys going to talk about Zion Felix and Patapa said, "Oh, the story is not mature. It's not matured yet for us to talk about it." And it's not mature yet, eh?
Not at all.
But I think before we came on set, I saw Zion Felix release a video addressing his part.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he actually wrote a headline like, I don't have anything to do with your marriage, so solve your problem also. I saw that headline of a video he released on YouTube not long ago. So it is.
Was it necessary for him to?
Yeah.
Oh no, I think it's necessary, Nana, because you see, like someone called that he wants us to talk about it.
Yeah.
So already people have taken an entrenched position.
Okay.
And if people take such positions, if you are not careful, and you know, there's an Felix brand in terms of women and Shatta, yes, until Jaya, the Bayasem. And so the video came with the headline, I have nothing to do with your wife, solve your marital issues and leave me out. Solve your marital issues and leave me out. That is what Zion Felix is saying. I've not yet seen the video, but I think 19-minute video, maybe after the show, we will talk about it. But I don't know if Barrister, you want to also say something about it. You want to stay away from it. Nana Reagan too wants to stay away. Okay, so
I'm interested in the tourism one.
Okay, so to my guys in Virginia, did I get
people,
it?
Sorry to cut you. People should not feel like because maybe Zion is in a field, that is why they don't want to talk about
not
it.
at all.
I mean, for me personally, I think there is not much information.
Yes, the story is not mature yet. The story is not mature.
Especially it has to do with divorce and stuff.
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
can't
so-
prejudice.
No, the best we could do is maybe tomorrow. Now that Zion Felix has spoken, we can now get his side of the story.
And then Patapa would respond if possible.
No, already Patapa has said what he wants to say.
Allegations already.
So it is now up to Zion to respond, and he's responded. You know, Zion Felix is the one opportunity to hear the Benji views in
Oh, yeah.
and they have no fire cry. So that was just by the way, but we are going to talk about the real issues here. First, let's start talking about the DET. Let's clear that. Yesterday there was a guy who was misinforming people on under one of our videos. Yeah, he started putting out information that some Ghanaian artists have been nominated in the BETs, and I said, really? Yeah, he put another video. I watched. He was just talking about it, but interestingly, it has come out to be a hoax.
People came to give it to him.
It's Oma fan channel. Wow. Okay. Okay, on one microphone. Okay, that's fine. All right, so that's how we are starting today. Let me say thanks to Digital Rasta. You can call him Currency. He's on camera. Richie Flex is the editor and director of the show, and Emmanuel Fowila PG is the producer. Meanwhile, Gideon Neelam Tessin is also our creative director, making sure we will have all the beautiful posters and flyers to share to the world and alert them that every weekday evening, 8:30 p.m., we sit down to discuss show business. And when it comes to online content, this is number one, and you guys can attest to this. I get calls, people tell you guys what you're doing is unique, unlike what everyone is doing, and we will still continue to do it. We know that it takes time to build good things, so we are taking our time to build something good for you. At the extreme left, I have man like Young Barrister, and Young Barrister is the lead guy when it comes to Beam Nation fan base all over the world, and he represents us here on one of our platforms, that is Sammy Flex TV, as a pundit. In the middle is Intim Dodo Solomon. You can also call him Chemo, digital content strategist, an expert on YouTube, and again he is our online manager here at Flex Entertainment. And Reagan also writes for Flex Entertainment. He's a journalist, a publicist, and he doubles as a talent manager and a promoter. My name is Sammy Flex. I'll be the chairperson for today's occasion. Join us with your comments. Remember to share with your people. Tell everybody that Showbiz content Papa Pandie Sammy Flex TV for Fienemo. Now it says 2022 BET Awards. No Ghanaian artist in Best International Act category. 2022 BET Awards. No Ghanaian artist in Best International Act category. This story is being discussed online. People are talking about it. Some are disturbed, others are not. I want to pick the views of my people, then we can run away from here. I'll read something small. It says the nominees for the 2022 BET Awards have been announced, and one category that is of much interest to Ghanaians is the Best International Act, a category that was won by Sarkodie in 2012 and Stonebwoy in 2015. Unfortunately, no Ghanaian musician earned a nomination in that category when the list of nominees was released on June 1st, 2022. The nominees for the Best International Act are Dave, that is UK, Dinos from France, Fally Ipupa, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Fireboy DML, Nigeria, Little Sims, UK, Ludmilla, Brazil, Major Leagues DJ, South Africa, Take, France, and Thames from Nigeria. Now, this will not be the first time Ghana has not had a nomination at the BET. It is the 4th consecutive time, and listen to why people are worried. It is not the first time, but it is the 4th consecutive time that this is happening, as no Ghanaian artist was nominated in the 2019, 2020, 2021, and in 2022. It is happening again. Will it stop in 2023? That is why we have to discuss this. In previous years, Ghana has had nominees who did not win. In 2010, Kojo Antwi lost to Diesel Rascal of UK, D Black lost to Two-Face Idibia, and Dibanji of Nigeria in 2013, while R2Bs lost to Ice Prince of Nigeria in 2013. Nigeria's Davido won over Ghana's Sarkodie in 2014, while Miss V in 2016 lost to Black Coffee of South Africa. Stonebwoy, after winning in 2015, lost to Wizkid of Nigeria in 2017. Meanwhile, this year's event is expected to be held on June 26th. That is at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles, LA, this month. BET Awards 2022 nominations are selected by BET's Voting Academy, which is comprised of an esteemed group of entertainment professionals in the fields of music, television, film, digital marketing, sports, journalism, public relations, influencers, and the creative arts. So the long and short of what we are talking about is that 2022's BET nominations are out, and despite all the headway we have been making in the music industry in Africa, when it came for that category, almost every African country looks out for. Ghana was left out, and we have been losing out for the past 4 years. So it's like African Cup of Nations, and Ghana has not been qualifying for 4 consecutive times. Should we be bothered or not? I'll let Barrister start this. Barrister.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
It's another week.
I know.
The weekend has been a bit stressful. The political thing. And I'm even happy that my chairman who to me won. So.
Oh, he's your chairman?
Yeah, Chairman Bakube.
You like him, eh?
I love the man.
Oh, so you are an MPP guy, I guess.
I'm not an MPP. You know.
But he's your chairman, but you're not an MPP.
No.
I see.
Because this movement is stronger than apartheid. All right, Bros, I mean, it's very, very worrying when you take the BET as one of the schemes that we, so much celebrate. When it comes to the music industry, the Black Entertainment Television Award is one of the things that ever since Sarkodie won in 2012, if I'm right, it has been one of the platforms that we love to go, or the platform that we love to partake in.
And showcase our music as well.
In 2017 or so, or 2018, when am I getting the dates right? When number one.
Yeah.
Had to take some Ghanaian
Becca and Co.
Yes.
I remember Stonebwoy.
Yeah. To showcase the Ghanaian culture and then like leave a mark on that platform. So we thought that scene alone is going to favor us going forward, because we went there to leave a certain mark. So the board and the organizers would probably be looking into
our direction.
Our direction, but that didn't happen. So we don't know what happened, but it's okay. But I'm really, really, really sad that the new guys that are coming out, none of them.
But everybody was mentioning them. I know so many people who were tipping someone like Kiddy.
Yeah.
With his song.
Especially when it comes to the Coca-Cola Choice Award, which obviously had the likes of we see Shatta and Miss V going in for us at the time when they were also coming up. So one would have thought that looking at the young guys that are, making huge numbers, even Amare, who is also in the UK doing some good works, one would have thought that at least the Coca-Cola Choice Award would have favored the nomination, would have favored her, but you don't know what is happening. 4 times in a row, no nomination. It's a big problem.
What do you suspect is happening? Reason we are not bagging the nominations?
Should I say we are not putting in a lot of works when it comes to the international scene? Yes. We are not doing that much when it comes to the international scene. And Bros, I would always blame Ghanaians in the diaspora, especially with regards to the promoters and of course the Ghanaian audience out there. Because you see, when you take the Nigerians for instance, they have been feeling the major
event venues.
Yes, event centers in the UKs and in the Americas. The credit is not only for the artists and the promoters, but the Nigerians out there who are ready to pay money to watch their artists. But when it comes to Ghana, most of our audience out there are not willing and ready to go out to watch the Ghanaian superstar. They are not even ready to celebrate them out there. So it is even difficult for event promoters to even put up a show in the UK and invite Ghanaian artists to come and perform because they know that they are not going to get the necessary numbers. And this is also another factor that maybe the Black Entertainment Television Award is also watching, that when it comes to events in the UK, how are Ghanaian events faring? Poorly. When it comes to Ghanaian musicians in the UK and then in the America, how are they faring? Poorly. When you check the platforms, the online platforms, the likes of Spotify, is it
Deezer
or Deezer, right?
Deezer,
yeah, Deezer, yeah. And then the Apple Music Store, how are we faring? Poorly. And some of these things add up to getting nomination in the BETs. If we are not doing so well like that, yes, home base we are okay, but out there
we are not competing.
We are not doing so well, and it is so hard, disheartening that these talents that we have. And brass, we cannot fault the old guys because already some of them have the plaques already, so they are not even looking at that plaque anymore. They feel like, oh, I have it already. It's like
they've done a lot already.
They think that they have it, so that is okay for them. But the problem is the new guys that are coming. If they cannot step in the foot of those who have, at least Sarkodie won it, Stone won it. So how about the new guys that are coming? If they cannot step in for us, then it means we are having a whole lot of problems. You see, when you take the Nigerian guy, Joe Boy, he is stepping in for those who have won.
Yeah.
So tomorrow he's
the one who was nominated.
Yes,
that's Fireboy.
Fireboy.
Yeah,
Okay,
Fireboy.
Yes, so Fireboy is stepping in for those old guys that have won, the likes of Burna Boy, Davido,
keeping the tradition going.
So he's keeping that. So
I'm sure someone like Burna Boy will think he's done with BET.
Yes,
because he's gonna ahead.
And there is another Nigerian in the new artist of the year, the BET, the new artist, the lady.
Thames,
right?
Yeah, Thames,
yes. So Thames is in the new artist of the year, also a Nigerian, another plus, because that category, Burna Boy has won it already. So they are keeping the tradition. But when it comes to us, we are failing. Why? Because we are not ready to invest in our arts internationally. We think that the Ghana home match is okay for us. But when it comes to playing outside, we are relaxing.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's worrying.
It's very worrying.
Okay, thank you. Chambo, I'm sure you can continue from there. So we come to this side. Do you also find it worrying, just as Barrister has told us?
Not really, because if even I'm worried, it's what can I do?
Let's
I
teach
think
them what
because-
to do. Let's
yeah.
show them what
So,
to do. I'm
yeah,
sure
for-
that's why we're having this discussion.
Yes, and for those who are in the game already, I think they know what to do, and some of them are working towards it. I think in the future, very soon, like in a year or two coming, I think we will represent. At least we have seen some people doing
A year or two.
Yes, then we our name will come up again, because we are having people who are doing something similar to what Sarkodie, Stoneboy and Co did some years ago before they won this. So and we are seeing those traits in people like Kiddy, Black Sherry.
Don't you think Kiddy has been around for a good time to have been called or to have been nominated?
Yeah, but the song
Because
that,
Kiddy might not be new like that.
he's not new.
If you are
But
among the current group of artists who are doing well, if you are talking about the one who is very new, I'm sure the only person who qualify will be Black Sheriff.
yes.
Yeah.
But Kiddy, the song that is making wave, that we can say that okay, this is international standard. A song that can meet all the criteria that they may be looking for is the Touch It song. So, and the Touch It song is no more than 2 years.
Well.
So now, based on that, I would say now he's in the game in terms of
He's now in
international.
contention.
Yes, in terms of international standard. So let us give them people like Kiddy, Black Sheriff, and others who may even come up later. Let us give them that time and see what they can do. But I think now the game is highly competitive because we are in the global world. And if now you want to make a mark, you shouldn't just be in your locality. You should do more for the
It should be
international-
times 2 of the work you are doing.
you are doing, and you need money. You need investors. So now we are mentioning somebody like Kiddy, and Kiddy has Links Entertainment behind him, and they are even working under Jeep to even bring a bigger record labels on board.
Yeah.
The same thing with Black Sheriff. We have Empire Entertainment and even others that we may not even know. So if you can make such an impact, or if you can get that international recognition, first of all, you need investors to come on board. You
need to inject money into the business.
And even not just the money, even the bigger record labels or the people with that international experience to help push your product, so that you also get that international standard that they may be looking for.
Okay.
So yes, and we are lacking in that space when it comes to record labels and then the kind of investment that can push you there. Now we have Kiddy doing something like that. We have Black Sheriff doing something like that. But they are so new to the game. That's why I'm saying we should give them a year or two. Then definitely
to know some secrets.
Yes, and definitely I think they will represent. And they are this thing, the award scheme for even the time that they recognize the African art, they were not even allowing us to come on stage to take the flag.
I remember.
Now they are
I remember we discussed that issue deeply.
Yes. Now they have allowed us, the winner will go on stage and take the plaque. So it's improvement, like we are going forward, and I like the way the Nigerians are giving it to them in terms of representing. Now they have even gone beyond just being the international act. They have other categories that you see Nigerians there.
Okay.
Like I think the best song also the Essence from Wizkid is
Was also
competing.
there. Wow.
Yes, in that category. So it's good. It means now we will do more than just having that one category that they used to give us, the international art category. People may even go beyond that one. So we have positive there, but for Ghana, we have a long way to go. And we should just, as we are discussing it now, I think some of them will be listening and
they will
taking
take cues from it.
Yes. And that's what we should do at this time. If you want to be recognized in such a big stage, then you have to work hard.
Extra hard.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Nana Regan, continue from there. Should we be bothered? Higher and as a young chili,
talking about awards, let me just announce that this morning I had a message from Women Worship Gospel Music Awards from London.
Women
Worship Gospel Music Awards from UK.
Women worship gospel music awards.
Yes.
Is it women worship or women worship?
Women worship. That's the thing. Women. It is WWGMA. I think this is
WWGMA.
This is their 4th year.
Nice name.
Yes.
In 4th year.
Yeah, 4th year. They started in 2018.
It happens in London.
Yes. And they want me to be their country rep in Ghana.
Oh, okay.
So
good.
it's good news for Ghana gospel musicians.
Okay.
Female gospel musicians.
Female, yes. Ghana.
Also, only women.
It is only women. It is just to celebrate and honor women. So it's good for the female fraternity in our industry. So in few days, maybe on this same platform, I'll come and share some details as in how they can get nominated.
So when does it happen?
It is supposed to happen in August.
Oh, August.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
that's a good day.
I'm still getting some details from them.
All right.
To start.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I hope it came with some pounds though.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, we can't go empty-handed like that.
Yeah.
I'll be doing promo for them. So
the organizers should work hard. We are here to
support I'm just praying that the budget that I've presented to them, they will.
They will. That's why I asked that whether it came with some pounds.
Yes.
Whatever budget, they know it is budget used to work. So
yes, exactly.
They'll do it. They will watch and do it.
So we will definitely come and talk about it.
No, we support them any day. We support them any day.
We will support them.
With BET, we have to be worried because as a country, whether you're a writer or a music fan, sometimes you deserve some bragging rights. From the artists. If the artists are doing well and are being recognized in some of these international schemes,
it makes you feel proud.
And,
your work is going.
Yeah. So once they are missing out, yes, we have to be worried. But I don't think it should bother the artists too much, depending on your focus. Every musician has that vision and where they want to get to in terms of music, how they want their music to impact the world and all of that. So if you feel like yes, you are working towards that path, then you have to wake up. Don't be worried and then let it knock you down or sleep. But it should rather encourage you that okay, then you are putting in effort, you are doing the work all right, but there's something maybe you need to do more to upgrade. Exactly. But for over the years, I think that what we are failing to do is just the plugs, that the connections out there. When I was working
international plugs.
Yes, when I was working with Ricky Davis, I remember very well the lady was doing that thing for most of our artists here. And at that time I understood
they were doing the international plugs.
Yes, they were doing it for some of the artists. They will make sure every international award they are sending in messages, emails to make sure okay, this artist is recognized and all of that. And sometimes when the artist is recognized, we even celebrate it in the office. You understand? So I think maybe we are lacking that now. I don't know what our artists are doing today, what kind of agencies they are working with, their relationship with the media today. Because I remember
now the artists, their best agents are the bloggers.
So
yes,
how and
they
what
are going to have programs, they will just call bloggers who will come having my cameras to
post on Instagram.
That's it.
So that is even another.
They are their partners.
That is even another worry, Brasan. It's even important you are raising this because if the bloggers will just come with cameras and come and when let's say it is your album listening, they will just come and take 30 seconds video, 1 minute video, go and post on Instagram without any proper details.
Not even a story for you to get detailed information.
Statements before you to get proper details. So if all these people have reps here and then they are looking for information across Africa to consider some African artists and all of that, it means that we in Ghana here are going to, they will not get such information from us. In as much as they are not traveling or they are not getting the international part, I think some of these things being done locally too is a problem that the artists need to wake up and check all of that. I don't know why they are limiting themselves to just phone, Instagram bloggers and all of that, where you can, you know, hire the services of proper agencies to do proper PR for you about your songs, your albums and all of that, because the international bodies will not just be looking at what is going on your Instagram.
But do they have the money? Yeah, sometimes that's what I ask.
Some of them have. Some of them right now doing promo in Ghana. The most expensive aspect of promo right now is Instagram and TikTok. Yes, it's Instagram. The money an Instagram influencer will charge you. Maybe a radio station cannot. It will not even charge you that amount.
I see.
So if they have the money to engage the services of these influencers on Instagram and TikTok, then you should be able to get a budget to hire the services of a proper PR agency to do some of these things for you.
They think their PRs are the TikTokers you are talking about, and the Instagram bloggers.
The unfortunate thing
that's what they see.
You see, when you are working with,
so they are not even looking at the need for someone to write something detailed about them that can be picked by any other person in the future.
Working with agencies are different from working with just bloggers. You see, some of these agencies, they come with connections, so they have proper connections. Like, it is direct. They will just send them email, please. Let's say, give us 5 top artists in your country right now. Why should they be like, people exchange proper emails that maybe they will not tell you. So when you engage their services and they have those connections, then definitely your names will be appearing in some emails and all, or some meetings and that. I remember that some few years ago there were some writers or journalists, entertainment journalists, that were being contacted about some of these BET nominations and all of that. I don't know if that thing has stopped, because I remember Ameya was one of those reps in Ghana here. But I don't know if it is still going on. If it is still going on, then what sort of recommendations are those people also doing? If they are not giving proper recommendation, what is happening? Why are they not giving proper or positive recommendations?
So you are shocked in saying this. You are shocked that 2022, 2020, 2021,
yes,
they did not have any rep.
Yes. And it's not as if we don't have musicians here that are working. People are working. People are not sleeping. There are musicians who are not sleeping. They are putting out good works and all of that. I mean, they are working. Sarkodie and all those people, they are working. That's so true. If none of the A list, B list, and C list, nobody is being recognized internationally, then I mean, we have to be working. Yeah, we have to.
Okay, I'm sure we will finish with our first one here and move on to the next one. But I want to share an information with you. There is a website called maymarriage.com. That is www.maymarriage.com. It is to help you get something running for you online. You can start and run your own digital business. You can work from home, and they are going to give you the tips to become your own business owner online. If you want to create some successful online digital business, maymarriage.com, they are ready to guide you. And again, for mentorship, training, coaching for each individual who register, they are also ready to take care of you. Now learn how to earn money online, be your own manager with maymarriage.com. So just log on now, www.maymarriage.com. The company is actually Belgium based, so if you want to call them, unless you call their Belgium number, and I'm sure at the right time my director will put their number online for you to also get in touch with them. Tell them that you want to also start. Okay, so the number is there, +490 17656 53241. That is +490 17656 8532241. maymarriage.com. Get there. I've registered myself. I have continued with the process from yesterday, and I'm sure I'm making progress. So you can also be part of it, and let's see how best we can also monetize our time online, make some money, and let's see how it goes. Kwabena has spoken, but then I also want that
something.
Maymarriage.com.
No. With the Congolese rep for the BET, who was that?
Fali Pupa, yeah.
Fali Pupa has been there for a while now.
In the same category?
No, I mean in the system.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, but even old people can still get
yes,
them.
yes,
Get that.
I'm just
Yeah, okay,
because-
Yeah, so you are saying that he has not expired from the system.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
still
yes,
active,
yes,
getting
yes.
the nominations.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
very important.
Good,
Very
good for
important.
the French.
Now, Kwabena has also given us something to discuss, and there is a video. Let's go watch the video. When I come back, I'm sure going to explain to you what Kwabena is saying, and then I'll get the opinion of my panel members, so we discuss it. Kwabena was speaking to Asase Radio with Nas Shako. Watch this. When I come back, we'll talk some more.
You know, it's unfortunate that we it's unfortunate that we get hits from amateur. I'm trying to use new acts,
Yeah.
and we want to assume that they must be professionals from one day. How is that possible?
Who's a professional?
You see, I'll tell you something. I'll give you an example. Like Black Sheriff.
Yeah.
From what I'm listening, he even failed some auditions. It means certain reality shows didn't even find him good enough, right? Okay. Now he makes a hit single.
Mm-hmm.
And we expect him to be a performer right there. That's not possible.
What does it take?
He needs a music director. He needs a stage director. He needs a stage manager. He needs somebody to put together his act. You do that there, you do that there, you stand here, you sing there, you wait for the backup there, you do that there, you do that there. That's when we have shaped him to be a pro artist.
We're giving him too much pressure now.
No, what it is like, you see, we've done it to so many of our acts, and they get to a level where we are expecting so much from them. And because, yes, we've done the hype to that level, now they can't give it to you, and then we begin to criticize them. And that's when we begin to say all kind of nasty things about these same beautiful acts we used to have. Because we don't understand the process. Yes, I made a single hit. It doesn't make me a professional performer.
Okay, so what are you saying? If you make a hit like this,
Yep.
you shouldn't start performing it. You should.
No, what I mean is, now the management need to understand that you need to perform that hit.
Yeah.
And that hit needs to be performed just like the record, just as people love it.
Yeah.
Then again, it must come with something, presence, stage act, something which actually, gets into people's minds that this is a real performer. And like you have age. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Once you have a hit. But here we have people who have hits and they go on stage and they perform. And the comments we have is very unfortunate. And it should never happen. That's all I'm trying to say. Somebody must be responsible for that. That award show has to be somebody's show. We shouldn't come from that show and somebody says somebody didn't perform well or that performance didn't go. No, it should never happen.
Wow, that's a lot. Tell me about your beginning. When you made your first hit,
Yeah.
how long did it take you to perform it?
It took to get on the mainstream. It took another year.
Wow.
Yeah, and believe you me, for me, from day one, I loved bands,
Okay.
and I was already performing with just a quartet, like with me on the guitar, Akable also on guitar. We have Steve Betty on saxophone. Sometimes we have Martino on keys,
That's a
and then we
title.
have maybe Shikome on percussions, and then we sing.
Okay.
So
Okay, so that was Kwabena High Life Supremo on Asase Radio, talking about artists, hit songs, performances, and how to groom you from beginning to the top. In another story, he also said that there are no record labels in Ghana. Yes, on the same interview, Kwabena said there are no record labels in Ghana. And yes,
He doesn't know into those.
Today's record is a publishing firm. It's a publishing firm. He said yes, record labels pick talent, groom them, invest money into them, wait till the artist is matured and fertile, then they make money. But unlike the system in Ghana, what people are doing is they want to put money into you, shoot video tomorrow, go and play show, and let them take their money. He said that is not the work of a record label. So that is what Kwabena also said in this particular interview. But then our focus, someone can touch on there, but not our main focus though. Our main focus is when it comes to getting a hit song, performances, the grooming and the processes you might have to go through as a performer before you can hit that big stage. Kwabena is talking. Chemo, I'm not start here now. Yeah, Kwabena some more kind. I'm happy at the before.
Kwabena read books. Yes, I want 2 books now reading this. Or can't I say or can't the ideal case, which is not like you won't get it in.
Why you mean it's not doable in Ghana?
Oh, it is, but the way our canon, as if you don't go through that, then we shouldn't call you a professional performer or something. I mean, we have our own way of doing things down here. It's not the best, but if you just want to compare it to others, then it's like you don't even have an industry, or you don't even have musicians. Because what they do, if you compare it to what others are doing elsewhere, and common musicians. But you can't say a musician or because meanwhile elsewhere musicians be in fact most of them or vocal coach,
trainer, vocal coach, yeah.
Or like they have a lot of things and Sakra no about be musician now but your musicians were so the same way and then maybe open year before you can call yourself a professional performer as or no canon, but that's in the book. When you come down here, there are other things you can do. I bet something similar, and even sometimes just that it's not more as compared to them. A bit micro mature almost standard without you going through the procedures. And I say, sir, prescription now yes. And in the America, because book moody and I canon as it is. But after that, you know, what is going on the ground. As I say, the question now leading the Busan is or no Ankasa as a person at the time on our urban or performing in the say or no doing a manager one before he started and the answer will be definitely no.
No, he said he was a band's boy even before he came into mainstream.
Bam.
So to him, that time was his grooming stage.
Good. So you have somebody like Kevin Boy who also went through the same process. And you know, you can't generalize it then. Because our means of getting it, so in our case, you know, our means of getting that professional training and whatever is through joining a band or something. So you can be telling our boys or the new guys that okay, we don't have that system that can take you through the what we will call professional training before you become a performer. But you can join a band. Then start from there. Even after getting a hit, join a band. Like associate yourself with a band or something, and let them take you through how to do performances and all that. And that will be a fair and a laudable suggestion for any new artist coming. But to state it blunt that they cannot call themselves performers or professional performers because they have not gone through that, I would disagree. And again, he said because of that we expect too much from the new artists as a music lover. Waba ebe show a person energy. So we need training when you're training or no I'm fan waba ne dear be ye man many. And if I see something and I think it's not good enough, but I will say me fan one day when you're training and now when you're training. And then we are expecting so much from them now like I put pressure on them, so that one too I disagree. And the point is that enjoy performances and they say you
just have to deliver.
You just have to deliver. And then the suggestion, say join a band and I say vocal coach, manager, one there. Yes, I agree with him. In fact, that's the book standard that we all wish say Nkayewo. But we no join a band.
Okay.
But as for the pressure there, we will put it on them.
It's not our fault.
No, we just want to enjoy the thing. And you know, Yanka say we buy engine to only BBA but we paid. I don't know you to an uncle say or a new boy coming to you because you have to pay 100 CD by you because it's a new boy pay 50 CD. What the 100 CD for professional performance? But I hope I say my mediocre performance because you are new. No. So we should rather encourage them to as quickly as possible. When you get a hit, try to get other craft that will make people appreciate you.
Don't you think it is because of what you are saying? That's why Kwabena is suggesting that then we don't even have a record label, because on a proper record label, they will have you groom you.
Yeah.
But before you even hit your studio, then you've gone through a whole lot of training.
Yes.
Before they will project it that finally this is a brand we are marketing.
Yes.
But our place today, my current in Korea studio now, Uncle Dia grooming and fine. Every friend VGM is over perform this year.
Yes.
But they are no Mike Cross and if you microphone
Yes.
In fact, if I'm not scared, a critical example in our music industry now is Hajia for real.
Yeah.
Even when she is holding a mic, you know that okay, she still needs some more grooming.
Good. Yes, but wouldn't mean any way soon can say ye new record labels. And the reason is that say ye not turn crab be a business and Quebec any business or Ghana. Because the way I Ghana for your own business, no. Yeah, yes, our business no one. In fact, who go school crana. I said a child said the business and no na Makola for the year. And I said no even despite with all the money that he has now, the way of doing business a bit falling flat in any advanced country be a business or so we have our own way record labels in Ghana work. The records labels in Ghana they have their way of working. Which is what we, yes. In fact, that's what we have. And they are still record labels. Because that's what we have. If you have a brofund and say you a Nubia, fine. It will be better, it will improve our people and all that. But I don't know negative or take the fact say this is we have record labels like Lynx Entertainment or Rough Town. Rough Town said they are procedure or whatever over corona a lot of things like or hokrana still a record label.
Yeah, that's what they have.
That's what they have and that's how they operate and they are coming out with musicians are mobile hits more niji. Record labels any musician na grooming or or man vocal trainer, whatever. The end result is that musician should come out with a hit
and be impactful.
And record label are only vocal trainer, only one what to me Afia will be Charlie currently young coaches studio can be people worry when you hit and people are enjoying it. He's getting an impact. Still, I don't see a record label. There's a back or more professionalism or more resources to do whatever than the other one. Anything all the book the any baby and American over and I wouldn't be. But we have them just that ours is not good enough. So he could be preaching about or he can be suggesting that we do more as record labels in Ghana here. They should be doing more to come out as more professional as we wish. But to say we don't have record label, no, it's wrong. Yeah, I disagree.
Okay, yes, Nana Regan, come through. On the performances, record labels, you can put
I think
these ones
on paper with performances. Everything he's saying on paper is a fact. But the thing is that
when you say on paper, what do you want to say?
I mean, if I say on paper, then I want to say that when we are looking at the music business and professional yes, all the things he's mentioning are very key factors to every musician's career.
Yeah.
It is key. You can't take it out. But here, our career is based on survival. So somebody can be in the studio, he can be recording for a decade without a hit. So within his, let's say, 15th year, he gets one hit. And look at the money that he has been using to record. Maybe he's just an independent, up and coming artist. Now I record for 15 years. Now we monster hit back up.
15 years. Retirement year.
Oh, say. I think Uncle perform.
That's the right way to go about it.
Performing. You know what I want? I was expecting that Kwabena would advise artists that when you get the hit and you get to like 90 meeting team from a year, consider some of these things so that it will groom you for the international market. It will help you because remember I said in your survival state, when you see your crack, Saturn crowd hitting out can be beach and crap on you understand?
I said they also have a black shapes on voice coach.
Oh no, who is there? You don't know what Shatta. You know, so but you should just advise that maybe they should consider some of these things when their career is flying, so that when they get on certain international stage, they can give out their best, so that people out there would love to have more of them. Maybe your performance, you can have a monster hit, but you go and perform in Nigeria or in UK, and when you come back, no promoter will want to put you on again because you fill the audience in terms of your stage act and all of that. It was if it is poor, nobody will want to put you on again. But if you master it and maybe you have the monster hit, you've been groomed very well, you get all some of these. You can't hide the services of all of the people he's mentioned, but the key ones, your stage performance.
You know, Willie Roy, when he was alive, was saying that before he put out an artist as a ready artist, you need to do about 100 songs of other people before. He said 1,000 times. He said before you can come out as an established artist, now record label is ready to put you out. You should be able to have a mic and sing 100 songs of other people.
That one day, like, he'll be signing only gospel artists.
And I'm sure it is the same thing that Kwabena is talking about.
Yes.
Going through
Because if you can sing 100 people's songs, then it means you are mature.
At least you've mastered your microphone techniques and all of that. And I think here the gospel artists are doing a bit better than the secular artists because most of them
the church
come from the church. They play the live instruments and all of that. But when it comes to the secular musicians, that is where I think our major problem is. Some of them are just studio recording artists, which is not bad. I'm not faulting anybody who is a studio recording artist. I'm not saying if you are a studio recording artist, you are a bad artist. That's not what I'm saying. But I mean, after being a studio recording artist, you should work on, like satisfying that audience that expects that, okay, when this guy grabs the mic on a live band, Charlie, when he's on stage, we love him, want to buy tickets, we want to buy tables like 50,000 and go and watch him perform. Those are the things we are talking about. So yes, you can be a studio recording artist, but try and then engage the services of experts who have knowledge in this area so that they can, add more knowledge to what you already have. They can help shape your talent and then take you to whichever level you want to get to in your career. So it is very, very important. Just that here, these things are not applicable because of the kind of environment we find ourselves in, how we even discover our talent. It is just a few ones, especially when the person is a high life artist or a gospel. That is where you see that or traces of this live performance or your will follow. Even Kevin Boy that you mentioned, he was following this high life band and all of that. So those people, when you follow their route, you will see, okay, this guy, because he's our own you understand? That guy is super fantastic artist. I mean, he can stand here and perform like 200 songs from other artists. You understand? So if such a person has a hit, then you are rest assured that when he climb on stage, he can do everything right. But when the person doesn't have that records, then it becomes a problem. We've witnessed certain artists that people will tell you, Aquari, they are born the records, Philippa and Bob, so Mike, no full stage, pay, now Daniel, I said.
I wanted to do a video on that, artists with good songs but poor performance.
Poor performance.
I wanted to do
and me, one of the people me telling you, my hammy pan, Euphoria Ponsa. I get so sad. Like this guy, the kind of record span. Sometimes I just picture him performing like Amachi Dede. Hey, if that guy was good like Amachi Dede on live band, like I don't think I can show no Ubikra because he has the records. But I mean, when he gets on stage, Obeka say Obina here and you know studio no can say. But
that's
how sometimes people feel. So I mean, it can even end your career prematurely if people are not enjoying your performance. They would love to play your records in their rooms, at pubs, at nightclubs, and then they will go and sleep. At the end of the day, when you have the hits, that is a Ghana animal. At the back when so be than a hit song and the yearly rate card. Obia factor in. The other day I was making this argument that when Shatta is charging, let's say 20,000 Ghana cedis, you see a young up and coming artist today, he also gets one hit and he will tell you, I'm charging, give me 20,000 Ghana cedis, without maybe considering the kind of things Shatta will consider. Or let's say if Lumba or Amachi Dede wants to perform and he's taking 30,000. If Amachi Dede is taking 30,000, he's not taking 30,000 because he wants to keep all 30,000. He has bandsmen on the stage that he is going to pay all of them out of that 30,000. So you are just charging because you think you have a monster hit. So if you charge the 30,000 and then you go and perform poorly, who will come and give you another 30,000 or 40,000 to come and then perform again? Nobody will do that. So it will cut your career life. So I mean, people should consider it. If you have the money and you can get those experts to train your voice, I mean, you should rehearse with certain live bands and all of that. Do it. Our artists also, sometimes it's not as if they can't do it too, but deliberately they don't like rehearsing.
Some Ghanaian artists are actually not ready to invest in their craft.
Yes.
So many of them.
Plenty.
So many of them. They always want to make their money from the music, but they want to go and eat it elsewhere.
Yes.
Forgetting that where the money came from.
Let me polish it there.
More will come.
Yes. They don't. They will never rehearse it. So whether he is doing sometimes I wish we have more gospel events so that some of our secular artists will see and learn from them, and then even the corporate world will consider some of these things in appointing them as our ambassadorial what icons and all of that. They should consider some of this because the secular artists, most of them, we don't. It is just recently that we've been pushing them to perform live. That is when you hear some of them are doing certain rehearsals to make sure they beat a certain artist to it and all of that. But I mean, it should be something that it should be part of your career life. So they should do it.
Invest in your career. And that's what I want to put.
Yes. Okay. And then with the record label, if you maybe he's having this Def Jam and Sony Music and all those kind of record labels in mind.
That is the standard.
But that's still
if you are talking about a record label, what you are mentioning is the standard. It is not just someone doing something.
We all agree. But once there's also a label that is also grooming and making sure music is distributed, I mean, the artists get shows to play, other things like that. I mean, you can't also take.
Maybe he wants us to call them like management firms and not record labels per se, because the record label work is like it is set in stone. It is cast in stone. 360. You are doing this. You are doing that. Any other thing, you have to make sure you define it well. So if you are coming in as a manager, okay, what we are coming to do is a manager. So you see people who have managers and they still think that, oh, the managers should fund it. The project. Meanwhile, it's not the manager's duty to fund the project.
Yes. I mean, those.
And I'm sure this is what Kwabena is talking about. Almost everybody here in Ghana, especially the artists, they have all registered brand names.
Label, yes.
And if you ask them, they will tell you that's their record label. But these same people are also begging to promote their works.
Yeah, so they don't have they have labels, but they don't have promotional budget.
So how then do you fully call this?
So they are record label without resources.
I think we should give credit to some of these labels for the efforts that they've put in certain talents in Ghana. I mean, we cannot say Lens Entertainment is not a record label.
Yeah.
I mean, they are doing their best, just that they've not gotten to the Sony standard and all of that. We agree, but I mean, they are also growing. It is a brand; they will grow. It is just like today, Nigerians are winning, let's say, Grammys. Maybe years back, they were not even being nominated or recognized, but the brand is growing. Their music has grown to that stage where Grammy wants to recognize them and give them awards. So it is like that. Gradually, maybe a record label will come and will even be having business partnership with Sony Music, and they will be doing things. So yes, there are record labels here. I mean, I will not say there are no record labels. There are record labels here. There's that education of who is doing what, who does what. I think that is what some of us have to take upon ourselves to educate the people and let them know that if you want a record, because sometimes I get calls. Somebody will call me and go like, Nana, me per manager. I'm like, oh, per manager, no idea. When you want per manager, no, try video, man. No, I'll put you for promotion, man. No, I say, no, the Makoha, no, I thought, mammy. No, I say, send you manager. You don't need a manager. Say, no, now, she said, any manager. Say, I mean, go get an investor to say, okay, they believe in your talents and that they can hire the services of, maybe, let's say, a rough town to manage your works. They will fund whatever projects you are going out to do. It's simple as that. So sometimes when you tell them that, then, I mean, they come to that realization that, okay, so this person is not supposed to do this. That person is not supposed to do that.
Now they identify their roles for them.
So a lot of people don't know some of these things. That is why sometimes when they have the money, almost of the scanner will be or say, oh, yeah, my manager. Oh, 10,000 Ghana cedis. Yanko promo. Yanko try music. Then the person will just. So I mean, people should just be educated about some of these.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Barrister. Kwabna's comments. We can look at the two angles.
Yeah, well,
performances at the record level.
And when he did this interview, I quite remember somebody saying that you don't have a music director, stage whatever, but you charge 100,000.
That was a response.
Somebody posted.
Yeah, I think said them.
Said them did that, and I was laughing. Like, and ideally, this is what the situation is supposed to be, but the reality, no. This is an industry where a musician will take a man and be like, when I say, you will say, you don't need a performer. Even an MC can even do that for you. You understand?
Hype man.
Yes, being a performer, it takes time for the artist, even without these people that he mentioned, to learn on the job and to become a very good or professional performer, as he stated. Whereas, I mean, if you have a hit song today, and then an event organizer wants you because you are the new guy in town, you don't need to go and hire. For how long will you get these people to train you?
When your demand is high.
And then when your demand is high, and then don't forget that this is a hustling industry where everybody want to hustle and eat. This new art that has that monster hit has about 4 shows within a week that he has to attend. And these shows, it is not just a shows that he is coming to perform for 30 to 1 hour. He's coming there just to perform maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, depending on the song.
Maximum 10 minutes.
Yes, because it is just a one-hit song. When you want a professional performer is somebody that can take you on a journey of 1 hour, 2 hours, and you are still enjoying the person, and that is a performer. And that it takes time to groom yourself as time goes on. And most of our musicians in this country do not even need these coaches. Some of them watch previous videos of themselves and improve on it because they realize that no, this show that I went to, that is those that are ready to learn. Some do not even watch a set of their videos, but
those who are ready to learn.
And there are some, they watch videos of top musicians and watch these performances and they learn. And at the end of the day, when they are doing their rehearsals, they put in those works.
Yes,
because they also want to be like those legends. So being a professional performer, it takes time. It's not that people are expecting a lot of these new arts. So we can't give them pressure. No, if I come to your show and you're coming to give me 10 minutes, I want to feel something. I want to feel that vibe, even though we'll be jamming. And our shows are not like the outside shows where people could sit back, relax, and watch you perform. No. Whilst you are jamming, the audience are also jamming. So sometimes we don't even pay attention to your performance by the music and whatever you are doing. It is later in the day when some people picked those who actually are there to observe you perform. When they pick that thing that, oh, you didn't do well, before people pay attention and say that, okay, oh, you didn't do well. Oh, your voice was not even on.
He was flat here and there.
Yes. And most of the shows too, these musicians mime. They mime, so you cannot pay attention to their performance because at the end of the day, the song is playing, they are singing, and sometimes the mics are off, but the audience are singing. So at the end of the day, the audience enjoy the show. What else? Because they are there to entertain themselves. So what else?
Okay.
Yeah, unless the show is like these live band shows where people are standing
but do you know, even if you are miming, you still have to rehearse?
Yes. But most of
I know some miming artists that if you go and see her rehearsals, she's a female.
Yes. With the miming, those who are good performers, when they are miming, sometimes they ask their DJ to either lower the song for them to give a cappella so that you can feel the texture of their voices. Some who do not even rehearse at all will just go, let the music flow. We are going. Next DJ, next.
Put your
hands up.
And
recently someone made a post that why is it that all the artists they don't call for track 1?
They always call for track 2.
It's always track 2.
Track 1 is always track 2. You don't call for
and it's like that for us, and the audience have grown to accept that fact. So that is what we have. Our consumption level is different from the taste outside. So what we have is what we are dealing with. Ideally, it should be somehow, but the reality will not give us that. So that is what we are enjoying. So for me, yes, he went through the same system before he went out to probably study how other systems are and observe it. But it took time for them to also reach that point, and it's going to take some processes, minuses, pluses, and then we will get there. But for now, you can't just say that we don't have professional.
Okay, so his opinion on record labels.
Yes, I agree. We do not have record labels per his standard, per the standards that
he was calling for.
Yeah, because the definition for record label, you know that you need to have these, that. But here, what I would say is that we have music.
Lovers.
No. How should I call the group? Maybe music groups or maybe
operation groups.
Managers.
No, we have music lovers who are now investing in music.
Yeah. Some start like that. In fact, most of them started like that.
What we should be calling these record labels in Ghana is music agencies. That should be the right.
Music agencies too. It goes beyond that.
Yeah.
Music agencies deal with so many people at the same time, doing booking, doing PR, promotions, and all.
Distribution.
But with the record label, they are dealing with just one body. Because with the record label, you see that they have so many branches. With the record labels, when you go into the record label, even as an artist, you have your own manager. There is another artist on this same record label who has a different manager. And maybe when it is your project, we know that the focus is not this country, it is this country, because we know that when we target this country,
you have far gone.
Yes. So, and it's also going to take time, and you also have a music writer on that record label assigned to a particular musician. And all these people are being paid on that record label, and it's very, very expensive.
Yeah.
It's very, very expensive. That's why when you want to take these outside artists, you know the amount of money you would have to pay them before they come in, because at the end of the day, it's not just one individual that you are paying. You are paying the record label. Yes.
Yeah.
You are paying the record label before he will even get his share. But here in Ghana, when you pay an artist, let's say 50,000 Ghana cedis, maybe the manager takes, let's say, some
10%.
Maybe some 10%, and then give you the 90%. Because if you don't give him the 90%, whoa, you're going to be like, oh, I'm doing
and the 10% is out of how much? 50,000?
Yeah.
So like 5,000.
Because at the end of the day, he feels like he's doing so much, and you are just taking a lot from him. So you will see that some of them will sign a record deal with some label, maybe 5 years, but within 2 years he wants to leave because he feels that he's being cheated. So for me, I agree on that point, but with the professional performance, it is going to take time. It's going to take, even the good performance that we have, we are still asking for more. We are asking that, okay, it's not all the shows that they are doing so well. Some of them, their voice control is lacking, even though they are rehearsing, but it takes time. It takes time.
Okay, thank you so much, young barrister. Thank you, Nana Reagan. Thank you, Intim Dodi Solomon. And of course, thank you to you as well. We would want you to be adding your commentaries to it. So feel free and be dropping them one after the other based on the issues on board. Now, when you do any publicity stunt as an artist, where should your benefit be seen? I have a story for you of two great artists. In fact, they have names in our industry. And information I'm getting is that not long ago, whilst they were releasing their songs, they had to pull in some 1 or 2 stunts, and we talked about them. I talked about them. Other people talked about them as well. And today, one has confirmed in an interview on Kingdom FM that, yeah, really and truly, it was a publicity stunt. Now, to what extent? What are you likely going to get? Okay, so thank you, Richie. This is how it started. Where we just woke up one day and El Chemano, aka AMG Medical, started throwing some punches that God knows I never decided to drop letter to my ex same day you dropping your tune with Stoneboy. It had already been programmed. We met at Coco Vanilla last week and had a very polite conversation. So hearing this from your right hand man makes me feel so sad. El Chemano did not let it rest. He came again and he said, I'm tweeting because you see me calling and decide not to pick up. But since you are busy on social media, I guess you see my tweets. And he came again and again and again. He said, been loyal to you ever since we met. You've got my phone number. If you've got any problem with me, I'm just a phone call away. It hurts me to say this, but I'm very disappointed in you. Talking ill about a nigga you claim you love in an open space like ANC Mall is foul. And this is coming from Medical. All the tweets we've read, they all came from Medical. So some of us thought, yeah, maybe there will be issues. Others also saw that, oh no, this can't be an issue because Medical and how do you call it? Medical and Criss Waddle, they are so tight for them to have any issues. Lo and behold, Criss Waddle goes to an interview on Kingdom FM with Fifi Pratt, and his revelation is that how can he even beef with Medical? Yeah, they won't beef. They knew that this is what you guys want. They knew that you guys wanted the negative. If he had released just the song alone, he wouldn't have mentioned it. If he had released just the video and it was doing well, nobody would have mentioned it. But because they created the impression that they were having a beef or having a misunderstanding, everybody started talking about it. Interestingly, Medical deleted the tweet after some hours of putting it out. So I'm asking that, yeah, I keep saying that I'm not against that. If you're against that, it means this media industry, especially the showbiz media, you don't qualify to be part of it, because the showbiz media works with talkability, like create and let's talk. But when you create and we talk, how should the benefit come? So now that Chris Waddle is telling us, oh, it was just to make us talk, how did he benefit from it? That's what I want us to look at. So they told us that, yeah, it was clear. They were having a media gimmick of a sort. How did he benefit, or how did they benefit? Let's watch the confirmation of what I'm talking about. And when I come back, Chemo will start this one for me before we move on.
In your 1 or 2 beef be and when a medical Anna,
oh, it's impossible.
In your 1 or 2 beef be and when a medical Anna,
oh, it's impossible. How?
Then the console what Twitter no so.
Oh no, and they say
no move agro.
No, I say I mean be tweet say and they are doing it for hype and so what? Publicity, don't people pay for publicity?
And then
meba. And I make her say me who yeah. Sammy or why dropping you and I miss my dropping you and I gonna for more negative issues too much. You know, say so better and I so oh can say who be say cause.
The baby you catch
but so be the catch up. Girls no we catch no. Me just say a week ago they told
say me be so say.
But a week ago man can't show some who many medical party bias because there was no issue. It will dwell on negativity basically, but I cannot see how I'm going to have an issue with medical or how he's going to have an issue with me.
Okay.
You know how I am.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so that was Chris Waddle explaining things to Fifi Pratt as to how they decided, because you and I, we like negativity, they decided to dwell on it just to get their attention. Interestingly, we also cashed in. We use their negativity to cash in. So if you ask me, for instance, okay, so you as a media person, you talked about what did you get? I said, okay, I saw cashed in. What did they get out of that? Chemo.
Yeah.
At what point do we win when we do media stunts?
So for that specific question, or maybe to me answer. And media stunt is not always going to go on your favor. Sometimes you may lose if you don't do it right. Yes, I think you know. It was our side and so on. And one thing I don't get from them is the Ghana for the more negativity. That negativity thing is all over, like everywhere in this world. It's more universal. Baby, as I know, as human beings as we are, we expect everybody to do things right. So if you do things right, the way we expect you, nobody will praise you. So if you are doing the right thing, you don't expect anybody to praise you for doing just right thing. But if you do negative things, we don't expect anybody to do negative things.
So they will start talking.
Until people will start talking when you do that wrong thing. The only time you get praise for doing the right thing is when you go extra. We are manable a while, you know, so we are why, but the why in the extra. Then you are extraordinary person. You are more talented than the normal person. So don't expect to release a normal song, not a hit track, and expect people to start talking about it. Unless what they start in the back want to say they and it's supposed to be negative. We are a positive one, a normal emphasis. And the one they should understand and also agree that as human beings, you know, we expect them to do the right things. So if you do the right thing and it's not extraordinary, don't expect anybody to come and praise you. Say okay, we're releasing you, and yet song be a or jam it or wow. We say still our man come out because we're releasing you. Now that day only me do releasing you. Oh, young can with their once. Obia benyan kakran. But they are not wow or benya more people, because at that point why extra. Even on the platform that we have, the YouTube for instance, YouTube will push some people more than the others. When they know that people are engaging in more some videos than other videos, that's why they have the trending tab.
The trend,
That's why they have it. They don't push any video that you put there. They only push videos that they think is getting more traction. And the same thing with whatever we do in our lives. And then, you know, until I say, now let's come to the stunt thing. Yes, it's part of the game. Like sometimes you need to create something for people to start talking about it. But one thing that they fail to do is that most of them, they don't plan it well. And in the do how you can see through, say, oh, this
one can be true.
They are joking. At that point, it may affect you. Say, nipa be who say you are joking, and I say it's not true. In fact, they won't even bother to go and see why you are doing that to get to that point now. Person oh, they are joking. Wow, to say they were being saying. Next time.
So from onset, did you see through it? Did you see it was not anything serious? You knew you thought as much.
It wasn't anything serious.
How did you know?
Yeah, because of said they almost and are proud to this thing happening. Almost in be my. So almost be so many ya. Next time almost started that. And some cry now almost be releasing you the same day. Now kwa say I the only ninya same to say until now releasing now. In fact, I know cry you don't have to do more stunts be why
just leave it.
Why you have to order that? Then people will just pack it.
I thought VJ me kobo show na Shatta so beach Shatta beach concert.
People will just start it for you. Even sometimes people will speculate because you have left some room for people to do that, and they will just pack the whole thing for you without even you doing much. But when you do more like the way this guy MDK medical I started here to it 1, 2, 3 near one now and something is not right somewhere. So the whole thing is we agree that it's part of the game. But if you don't do it right or if you don't do it well, it will affect you negatively. When people know they say, oh, there you are, even you are fan of it. Like the way Patapa did the poison thing. And it's serious thing. But the way it happened, people were like, hey, now when I would baby joke like this kind of thing. No, you don't joke with it.
I saw corner somebody.
Brim, but no. And for those who want to go that direction, they should do it right. But if you don't like it or you don't want to go to that direction, release a banger.
And let the banger do the talking
and let the banger do it for you. Because my auntie said Black Sheriff a stand to be before the traveler I hate it.
But maybe what he's talking about, what he means is that in the near future he might need something like that.
Yeah, it may, yes. And the point is that do it right if you want to do it. Okay. And men found what she say Ghana for negativity. And we are so be up negativity. And it's because I know now a year out of the norm. We are all expecting everybody to do the normal thing that we know. So when you go out of the norm, either positively or negatively out of the norm, then you will get people to talk about you.
Okay.
Yeah, so you choose one, but positive one is difficult to achieve. That's why it's so easy for people to go the negative way.
Okay, Barrister, come through. What do you also think about the revelation from man like I've forgotten his name.
Criss Waddle.
Criss Waddle.
Oh, this form or this way of trying to project yourself or come back into the industry is old-fashioned. And when I saw the thing, I was like, why, medical himself, or he's trying to learn from Shatta Wale or what? Because this thing, come on, we are in 2022. We are in 2022 and we are all growing, so sometimes
but some people will still be moved.
Yeah, we will not be
They'll still move with some people.
Oh yeah.
You see, it's not even up to 48 hours and this thing is dying off already. And it's going to affect.
No, because they killed it.
And
I'm sure if they wanted it to have persisted.
No, because the response that they expected didn't come that way. So they felt like, oh, Charlie.
Oh, I'm sure the response did not come.
Yes.
Because as they did it, there were stories all over Ghana web and things.
Because before some of them start these publicity stunts, they do pay some of the bloggers on the low that this is what we want to do. So try and pull out. Let me even Haja for let me just say this. When she was going to release her first song, somebody actually contacted us that we have some group of boys that pull agenda on Twitter very much, and we pull the trend. So somebody contacted us and said, okay, you want Haja for real to trend with her first song. In fact, listening to the songs for the very first time, most of us were like, hey,
yeah, but better trendy.
By the end of the day, we have received the money, so we will obviously do the work for her. And we did the work. And the second song came in, and we did it for her. But at the end of the day, we were still saying, sir, these first two songs that this lady released, they make sense. Like the way Medical and Waddle. I don't know if Waddle responded to the Twitter. I don't.
No, he did not.
He did not. So obviously, a lot of people would.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that it is because of that. That's why it died early. Because so the other person did not fuel it.
Yes, because at the end of the day, he himself realized that he's childish. The songs that he brought, the songs featuring Stoneball, it's a very nice song. In fact, the day they yes, the very first day I saw the song on YouTube, it was among, I think, the 13 trending songs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was the trend, yeah.
Yes, and then later was second with some 100k views. Yeah. So why will you pull it unnecessary?
Maybe the trend also helped in people going to watch.
No, it was after.
Oh.
It was after I paid attention because Stone was on the song, so we decided to pay attention to the song. So I was not enthused when I saw this chat. I even joined the SAC natives who were saying that this old way of trying to
tease the people.
No, it's not. Come on.
So you think it wasn't a bad idea, but they got it wrong? Is that what you want to say?
It was a bad idea. And they
even to create the publicity stunt is a bad idea.
It was a bad idea. It was a bad idea because Criss is not just somebody who is constant in the system. So anytime he's like the R2Bs, right? Anytime they are off the scene, they drop the song without any publicity stunt. The song gets a hit. People get talking. Right now, R2Bs are nowhere to be found, isn't it? Maybe give them another 1 year, they will come back, do another magic, they leave the scene. That is how his Criss is. Anytime he takes a seat, comes back, drop or say something, it flies. So it was not needed for them to even create. I don't know if it was just Medical trying to, help the boss get some numbers, or it was a team.
No, that was the agreement. Like, let's bring you into the discussion.
But it was not. Criss doesn't need this thing. Yes, Criss doesn't need
Criss
this
Waddle,
publicity to even go to radio stations. He can do all this promo on himself. The guy get money, so be now. It be this underground artist where go fit pull maybe some underground publicity stunts with Medical and say, oh, chairman, I won't do this plus you, so you are the beg you are. I go hit you small. So if anything, then. The boy fly, but Waddle, be now we go start using the start do that. So for me, it was a no for me, and it's good. The thing backfire, and Medical has to delete it. So it means that this is not going to affect Waddle, but it's going to affect Medical because going forward, if he comes out with another issue, most of his followers will not even believe him because they will okay, it's your usual thing. So for me, it wasn't.
I see. Nana, wrap you up on this one.
That's I think the stunts are for pros. If you are not a pro, don't try to do any stunts. I mean, I've said this thing on this platform before that sometimes it's not as because you're a musician, you think you can just come up with any stunt. Sometimes you have to engage the services of people who understand how and what to do at what time. And then sit down with them, pay them, and then let them help you to put up some of these stunts. For me, I think the idea was okay, but I think they got it wrong.
How did they get it wrong?
They got it wrong with the kind of tweets that Medical was putting out. You can't point out what exactly he was trying to say. So clearly, if you have,
are you sure you did not
yes.
guess? Why? He said I was about to release a song, and because you're also my guy, you have been in the industry. You've been releasing songs back to back. I have not released a song for so many years. Today I'm about to release a song. He said you have the same song. You have another song to release on the same day.
Criss Waddle's tweet.
No, that was the perception Medical created with the tweet he made.
That is what I'm saying. I mean, it wasn't solid at all. It was
but you said
flat.
you won't even understand it, but the understanding was clear.
Oh, but I mean, I'm looking at it from that technical point of view. I mean, not the normal. I mean, not the normal person who say, "Oh, okay, so they are fighting because he has not released." He has not released a song for a very long time, and Medical has also released it, so that is why they are fighting. So what? So what?
So it's not enough.
And you are even he was trying to make allegations that his right hand man is saying something at ANC more, saying what?
No, the right hand man gave Medical a hint that this is what my boss is saying about you for doing it to him.
You see, if it was something serious, the first thing Medical would tweet is maybe the screenshot, some screenshots, maybe covering the right hands, but he will leave the chat for people to read and say, hey, okay, so this is what is going on. Then that is so people will not be having conversations from maybe your tweets, but from the chat. They will be making their own interpretations and understandings in your chat, the screenshots that you've posted. So I think that they did not plan it. Maybe it was just a phone call. Charlie, young Twitter, and he started. So for Ghana Web and the media to be publishing it, it's not a win for them. In our era now,
are we not discussing them now?
Yes, we are discussing them now because we are cashing out from their bad publicity. That's exactly what you are doing. Ghana Web will publish it because they want traffic. They want to cash out from your bad publicity stance.
It's true, they want clicks.
Yes, so it is not.
And it was their lead story.
It is not to make them feel like they are winning. You see, stance when you are planning the stunt, the first thing you should think about is where you want the gains. I mean, the wins should reflect. Maybe if you are putting out a music video, then you definitely want the wins to reflect in your views.
Music, yeah.
If you are putting out a song, then you should expect that okay, the people are streaming the song. That is why when Barrister mentioned that the song was trending, I said okay, then maybe it could be because of that. And he cleared it that no, that was after. So the point I'm making is that if you create a stunt and you are not seeing any impact in any of the areas of your career or the song that you've released or the project that you are doing, then you have failed.
That means it's not going anywhere.
It means it's not going anywhere. Forget about the media writing stories about it. They are the stunt is not for you only. It is not for you to win only. In fact, even some of the commentators that comments on it on Twitter cry, it is a win for them.
Because the one who has more gist,
yes,
will get some
more followers, more retweet and all of that. So it is never a win for you if you think that you create stunts and you want to win alone. No, it is a lie. The stunts, whether you create bad stunts or good stunts, people, the industry players, when they know how to cash out on it, they will cash out on it. I mean, Kwabena does have been laughing at them on social media every now and then about
so he
some
knew.
of the. Yes, he knew it was a bastard, but he will write stories about it and get the clicks, and he is gone. So at the end of the day, whether it will reflect in your views on YouTube or your streaming numbers or your pocket or whatever, he doesn't care. What people, yes, the understanding people will have about you and Medical, he doesn't care. But me, I think some of these revelations are not good. When you make bad stunts, for you to follow it up with
I also think so.
A revelation that
when I saw he was so open talking about that.
It's bad. Why he will be so open because it feels like when you're Ghana for more than more paying more than my main family. It is a lie. Whoever that was making a comment or making stories out of this stunt has win more than you, Criss Waddle. So I mean, for future sake, I mean, if you want to create another stance in the future, you don't have to be doing some of these things because maybe tomorrow you will do something that will be more positive and people will not give you that attention or they will not give you that talkability that you need because they feel like, oh, in your Kwabena or got in a kingdom if I say on a Medical then it will reduce the kind of impact you will make. So sometimes such revelations are very, very unnecessary. Yes, you made a bad stance. Maybe you've gotten some small win. But for let's say why you're satisfied, keep it to yourself. Don't go and sit on radio and make people feel like
everybody know about it.
And to some extent, it's like Muamudi Chinokra. As a
when you're smart,
like you understand?
No,
and my
Fifi, Fifi Pratt, my Fifi Pratt feel the same thing. When he said that, I said,
I said, I don't say no, imbibing the catch. No, I mean, for you to make your fans and it wasn't ordinary people. I mean, those who were commenting on it, some of them are your fans, your follow people who love your songs, who love your personality and all of that. So for you to make them feel like that, it's some way. I mean, when they do bad stuff, they should keep it to themselves.
Okay, so very last one is a video I want to show to you, and you just watch the video. Watch the video. When you watch the video and I come back, I'll tell you something about it. Watch this video. It is a Thursday, so throwback Thursday in this particular video. Watch it. Richie Flex, you can let them watch it. As they watch it, I'll come back to tell them exactly what I want to say next.
Ona de mi film koko e ba nkan ase e pa yuma mame wo de mi film na ha ko se ona de mi film koko e ba nkan ase e pa yuma mame wo de mi film koto so e ko tena so enye koko ba nkan na Ghana for dey bit me kasa o you say things you don't even know ona de delay ba ha se na me de mani atu Yesu so wetu mi no eni Kristo sumi at this time de me hwa ko rom esa nka me jinja wani so ama yem koso nyina adwiregu saka bio come again onkasa me twa onkasa the lucky of Afia I don't remember the video onkasa oye me film na ko se de ona de mi film koko e ba nkan ase e pa yuma mame wo de mi film koto so e ko tena so enye koko ba nkan na Ghana for dey bit me kasa o you say things you don't even know. Ona di delay ba ha say. Na me de mani atu Yesu so wetu mi no. Eni Kristo sumi at this time de me hwa ko rom. Esa nka me jinja wani so. Ama yem koso nyina adwiregu. Saka bio. Come again. Onkasa. Me twa onkasa. The lucky of Afia I don't remember the video. Onkasa. Oye me
Okay, so there is a video number 2 I want us to see. Then we will wrap up. This is just to sweep the end of the story. Then we run away. Watch this one too. We will come back.
Get to you go. With the talk and you the talk. We get wiser, they think I'm stupid. This not my business, I don't come to play. I'm a cat competition, here. And I'm a name, Shatta Wale. And a boy and Shatta give them. We not kill you, we kill them. Help me say. Get to you go. With the talk and you the talk. We get wiser, they think I'm stupid. This not my business, I don't come to play. I'm a cat competition, here. And I'm a name, Shatta Wale. And a boy and Shatta give them. We not kill you, we kill them. Help me say.
Okay, so these are throwback videos. They are all not videos of today, like videos of yesteryears. And today I'm just asking that when it comes to our showbiz space, sometimes it is hard for you to see friendship that has lived the test of time. Even artists and managers. Before we came to the studio, now I was getting some voice note video of some artist who is so mad about his manager, blah blah blah. Maybe later when I get a full gist, you will sit up on that. Why is it so difficult? What has been happening? Is it pride? Is it growth? Is it ego? What? Chemo, with social pressure, let's take it from there. And like we've shown you some things beautiful, like Burna Boy performing a Shatta Wale song, and we saw Afia Schwarzenegger and Delay. Good times. Today, I'm sure when someone gets a gun and they put bullet in it that if you shoot, you go to jail. Why we shoot and go to jail? Like shoot and go to jail. I tell you, the kind of hatred they have, he will just shoot and go to jail. Hey,
so, the hatred is
serious.
What are the factors? And then it went to me a bitter rivalry after serious friendship.
A lot of things, a lot of factors. But I think one thing I clear when they are going after the breakup, now more like ingredients are sparky the whole thing. There, for instance, that tornado guy, a play key role in them having this serious yes, because after breakup or call one side and or call one side that is like die because delay, for instance, under normal circumstances will not come and say anything. But at some point, Tornado was speaking for delay. In the Abema, I a bit more. No need delay after say call, Obia and said until can't breaking up fine. But Tornado Bay say, Dolores, yen train ma obi mama and one so will be a washer no then. Afia who said Tornado near Casal. Obon said delay na can't share Tornado. And at that point, until that said delay catch a Tornado say that. And you don't talk about minimum one can in one way or the other. It's like you are endorsing what is going on. So it's like you doing it yourself.
Okay.
And remember, if you are a bit, because you say Tornado sound switching camp. Eba if you are, as I did good delay so. Only if you are me and I can boom at the beer, no more delay and so other pass and the delay and so why best action will say why and can you break it up my hand there ben I was into another so near and me me and the end, for instance. I think Tornado play very, very important role in making it that serious as it is now. Now, not even Tornado or break it up with both of them.
Yes. I think the last video I'm share.
Yes,
I'm person may no is your new behind your find one talk about.
And do I hear humanity and no crisis of account about the trilogy or and on my almost to bomb or the opinion be not and it's sad because when you start some beautiful friendship like this, they came out with something nice. The Afia Schwarzenegger series was a hit. It was a hit in Ghana and it ran for some time. Like so. It was a good thing, beautiful thing that if they are together now, they may have done even something bigger.
They will be cashing in large.
Yeah, but unfortunately for us, the breakup caused them to even stop doing something like that. Like Afia Schwarzenegger, hardly would we see her acting now. The same thing with delay with her writings coming out with a series like this. Now it's more interviews than writing a series and all that. So it's sad that this thing happened and they are no more together. The same thing with the Burna Boy and the Shatta thing. I think that one is not that serious. Because I think the only time that we saw that they have an issue is when Shatta started talking about the Nigerian thing, and then Burna Boy at some point thought that you are indirectly talking to me, so I have to
let me respond.
Beside that one, we didn't know that they even had any issue at all. Just that based on where they are and maybe different focus or directions, they were going their own way. Everybody was doing their own thing. Shatta was doing his thing and Burna Boy was also doing his thing. And they were all winning. I mean, they had beautiful songs together. The Hosanna song that Burna Boy was singing. So for Burna Boy and Shatta, I think they can, one day we may wake up and they will be having a new song together or something. I don't think it's so far-fetched seeing them coming out with a new song. Because for them, the only time that we saw that they had issue is after Shatta talking about the Nigerian and what. So they were cool with it, like they were more professional. Even if they had issues behind the scene, they were more professionals. Everybody was in their lane doing their own thing until that thing happened. So because they were that professional to keep quiet, talking about such things, I think they can be professional and come back together and do song again. And the Hosanna song was a hit. It was good, and even if it was today, I think the conversation would be different. This thing would have taken all over Africa, the Hosanna song. And if they are together or they want to come back together, they can even remarket it. And let's see the magic that can come out of it.
But they didn't see that.
Yeah, we didn't see that, and it's unfortunate. And I don't know if they can, in a magical way or whatever, they can come back together. I think it will be beautiful, and they should consider it.
Well, I see that happening in 2000 and infinity. Yes, Barrister. As celebrities, at what point do we have this bitter relationship when it starts sweet?
Bitter relationship. I think, but before then, I don't believe that they were parties like friends.
Who?
I mean,
Afia,
oh, they were
parties. In fact, they were friends before starting the whole thing.
No, they were
the whole series.
They
were.
have friends and we have friends. That's what I mean.
No, they were.
Yeah, that
But
friendships. Yes, the definition, we would have to get into the definition very well before we get to know if really.
Because these were people who were virtually together all the time.
This is what happened. Afia Schwar was in South Africa. Delay was doing her thing here. Afia Schwar came back from South Africa trying to reorganize her life. Delay is her friend. So she goes, Delay, now I'm back from South Africa. I want to do something. What can I do? Something. Okay, me, I have a plan B. Like, I want to start a series. I think you can do it. Let's do something. That's how it started.
That's good. Are we friends?
Yes.
No,
because
are we friends?
We it's different level. Like we have friends in different levels.
That is what I want to.
Yeah, but still
establish.
we can. Yes, but
DS will be tighter than you.
Yes.
When somebody not even tighter than Delay and another person.
Oh yeah,
yes,
yeah.
That's what I want to establish.
Oh, of course.
Because love can never grow into hatred. Never. Never. Yes.
No, it's not true.
No,
it's not true.
It's true.
Love can never grow into hatred.
Love can never grow. No.
People who said I do crumple later, they fight.
It was never love.
It was never love.
If somebody at the point start hating you, the person never from the beginning loves you. You see, most of these friendships are built on what I want from you and the interest that I'm going to get and the expectation. So when we are growing and such interests and expectations are lacking, then it starts developing into pride, and the pride gives us the hatred.
Say it again. Maybe
I'm saying that some of these friendships.
We don't agree.
Okay. when we want to build some of this friendship and we are building it around interests, we are building around expectations, and we are growing, and these expectations and interests are lacking behind, then it grows into pride, and the pride becomes hatred. Because at the end of the day, I feel like, oh, I thought this girl is one of the person that's supposed to be in my life and be doing me one or two things. Why is she slacking? Why is she no more doing that? She used to call me, okay, she's no more calling. So what kind of attitude is that? Then I start thinking, I also start giving you the attitude. You get it? But if I love you, regardless, you can punch me, I'll feel bad. I would want to punch back, but I'll say, oh, chill. We'll be paddy. There are people, Chamo, there are people that you have lived with, you have loved them, you have had issues with them, and they are still in your life.
For sure.
Yes. So for me, Delay and Afia's case, for me, it was never love. It was never friendship built on love. It was because, like you said, when she came back from South Africa, she wanted Delay to do something for her so that she can reorganize her life.
No,
and she did. And at the point,
but they were friends before.
They were friends. That's why she even came to her. They were friends.
Yes, because she was.
So she came back with expectations.
And that, no, let me point this thing out. At any point in time, every person that you meet in your life, you have expectation before even meeting them. So that's non-starter. You can't go there because anybody that you have seen, your girlfriend, your friend that you say you love deeply, something attracted you, and that was the expectation.
Obviously, that's something that do not build it. So don't blame love.
That's what we call love.
No. Love is different.
And
you have to go into the. But you let me make my point. Yeah, let me make my points, and then we will run out from the studio.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that it was never love. And you realize that when stuff happened and they would have to come out and reveal their secrets, then you ask yourself, were they really, really friends? Because if somebody that you call a friend, like a sister to me, and we spoke about stuff that there is another person who doesn't even know of, then you come out. And do you know what is more painful is that somebody who you have helped to reorganize her life come out to say that you are 47 and you cannot give birth and stuff, using childbirth to attack your personality. It's even more painful. But brother Sammy, I do not even fault them. This is one of the things that our ladies, especially the celebrities, do in the industry, which I think that some people should call them to book, because it cannot always be so that every time, every day, female celebrities have issues with their friends, and it is all about secret revelation. Every time, I know your money, I know this, I know that of you, I will tell this, and always, it's about secret revelation. That is the problem with our celebrities. So, for me, it is their own.
You mean they are all abnako course?
They are all abnako. And it's sad, bros. I mean, it's sad to see people that a lot of our young ladies look up to, see them as role models, see them as their, I don't know, celebrities, and at the end of the day, they come out just to. But I have a sister in the industry, Kisa. I always tell her that you have friends, know what you tell them, know where you go with them, because at the end of the day, you may have issues with them, and what they will do is to just run you down. They will defame you anyhow, anyway. So long as that keeps them in the trend, they will do it. And they don't care. A person like Afia, she doesn't care. She will go into the man's with you. She doesn't care because she thinks that she has nothing to lose. You get it? So for me, but it's just sad that the people who think that they are calling for equality, people who, especially the ladies that say they are fighting for female rights, they are feminists, and they are that and that. When ladies are attacking each other, they sit back and watch. You cannot just allow Afia to run somebody's childbirth in public, and then you allow her to. You need to call her to book. Question her. You get it? But it's in our tradition, it is better to be barren than to give birth who don't have fathers that people can call and say these are their fathers. It's better to have a child.
Tradition are you talking about?
I'm saying in Ghanaian society, in our tradition, it's better to be barren than to give birth to children without their father. Because at the end of the day, you have people.
No. What I mean is, it might be yes, but is that what our girls are looking for? Talking about
at the end of the day,
they are BBS.
And that's what
but they will grow,
and that's why I'm asking where.
When they grow, trust me. That's why I love politics in some way. No matter what you do 30 years ago, when you enter politics, they will reveal everything to you. So one day, maybe when your child is in office and they start questioning, where are your fathers? We don't know your certificate, your dada. Then they will know how painful it is. But with the Burna Boy case and Shatta case, for me, you know, Shatta is a man of his own thing. And he runs that. I think he actually caused that friendship badly. If not today.
Why you want to blame Shatta?
Yes, I would, because Shatta did the attack. He brought the attack.
He didn't attack Burna Boy.
He didn't attack Burna Boy.
I'm coming.
Hey, this guy.
Shatta Wale attacked Nigeria.
This guy.
That they are not supporting them, blah blah blah. And Burna Boy only came to defend his turf. And at the end of the day, defending his turf, Wale went straight into Burna Boy's house. I mean, he started attacking Burna Boy.
But if your friend is doing something and you want to defend it, there are thousands right diplomatic ways because he's your friend. Because he's your friend.
Don't forget that the friendship hits the rock at some point. The friendship hits the rock, and you realize that Burna Boy will come to Ghana and will not even see Shatta Wale. He will come and do his things, and then Wale is missing out of the picture. And we wanted to know what was going on until the case came, and then Burna Boy was calling for a physical fight. That if you want to fight, meet me here and blah blah blah. So if not, Shatta and Burna Boy's relationship would have been one of the biggest on the continent, because I'm sure if Burna Boy is going somewhere,
they are all top artists.
Wale would appear, and then you know. But it's sad.
It's all gone.
It's sad.
So in their case, it was pride on whose part?
I think it was pride on both parts, because they realized that they are now grown. Because at the time that the friendship started, you realize that they were all trying to come out like
but
that.
At that time, Shatta was
on
out.
top.
Yeah.
Yes. But don't forget that Burna Boy was also a big guy coming up in Nigeria.
But he wasn't on top then. Yeah,
he wasn't on top then. And it wasn't.
But I
saw it coming. I would tell you.
You knew.
I knew Shatta and Burna Boy thing would.
Do you see same happening with Shatta in medical?
Yes. Don't forget that Shatta and Davido started something earlier. But that didn't work. And Shatta and Whiskey wanted to start something. So Ghana meets Niger at the Dome. Wale, Whiskey had to introduce Wale on stage at the time to start something, but that also didn't work. But with Medical and Shatta Wale, easy one,
Okay, now we got. Close the show for us. We are still wondering why celebrity relationship always does not last like that.
Most of the time, I think it is greed, pride, and ego born out of the competitions they set for themselves, and sometimes growth. Sometimes with Afia Schwarzenegger and delays on like that, I think it is just greed. It is basically greed.
On whose part?
Both, because
how can it be both?
It can be both. Depending on the stories.
From the insider info I have, somebody who was working with both of them. It was more like the superiority kind of thing. Like I'm defending my territory, and then the other person is defending the territory. Even among the workers that they were working with, there was separation. Some on Afia side.
While they were still working.
Whilst they are still working. When or six or more corset one. Afia beba no about candidate actually. Afia koya na delay about no about candidate actually.
But no money juma.
And no more be juma. In fact, before some best started. Say omba o de munti mo hwe de Afia na wa kan no. No so ba munti mo hwe de delay. No so abeka. O mu wi a then o ma corset no ma koye juma no obi akọ.
Yes, I think that expectations in an barrister it plays a role in if you have delay a relationship. Afia was basically looking for something, and she felt like she could get that thing through delay. And she will get close to delay, and then they will work, and Nyama started picking up for what you see. Sometimes people come into your life, and aside their expectations of a local person, be our banner, Bababeto, Chemo, currency, barrister, more hassle. There's a way he can turn them against you and keep them to himself to help the person grow to that level of person who drew. It happens in most of our areas in this industry. So you see, say obi or baba or life mu afena onyagbe mu pe no bon say o team na oni omo ye ejuma no mutia start take cambo. And I think that is what happens to Delay's camp when Afia came in. And amasa akwakoye mma mienu some obia fele say obia betimi I can do without you. You understand? I can do, and no na early di almost basi Sammy, because now they are not feeling say you can't do without me. He is always trying to grow and develop at a fast pace. Or they say, "Oh, they are betting in achievements, without honor." And I don't also feel say you can do without you. So I'm an standard developer. So achieving them maybe to tell you say even without you, crap, I have made it better. And no masa better the winning in and you see they will be fighting under the Cold War will be happening where somebody would want to block somebody something at the end of
Tornado's factor.
Oh, tornado the end of the day I think say no or can be. And at the point, Oko take his side. And they be a later no realize there's a side now we're taking the crap. Where I'm going to say, I mean, it happens
at any point in that he wasn't in the middle. Or they can't call. No, only delay.
Yes.
And or switch it back if you and as you see now,
before if you are betting on Tornado need delay be on. Be for reasons I know if you are the Tornado say things in a game, penas and I'm person be finessing. No, you don't realize it. And if you are 10 or coin, no, so start to say, okay, me who signs be some if you are can be important. I'm mentioning no coin. Tornado now been saying, say, on a way, Juma 6 years when you are a kada. You understand? And if we know ye Juma Nassau, let's say, one and I agree so be mano. BBC now it do that time now on farm. Or could you come back as a greedy person because ono ye Juma no my come dinner and also on for or some responsibilities be man intimate sort out those responsibilities in come more the back about in different and ono there I say no I say or done so any baby I'm watching the baby no could do it ono sorry for the infant but me no pa there I think say amakoye mbanti and anya babedu baby ababedu san come ye mbe man ke bi anka sa bitterness you na come marketing of mutual. And that brings me to Shatta in the Burna Boy. Shatta in the Burna Boy, it's one thing it can easily be ironed out. Especially knowing who Shatta is. Barrister was talking about love. And I've started on this platform to say when it comes to some of these love and conformity, me prove we say almost Shatta. You cannot take it away from there. The records are there. I mean, look at the people he has fought in the past, sacked them from his camp. Later on your mark, iron out some issues, differences. As I the sound of now back, like to tell you, say it wasn't just about me hating you. It was about an issue we have to sort out. As boys, as brothers. And then when they come back, you can see, I mean, you can mention a lot of names, Deportino, Wana. Even recently, I was hearing some even on a pop skin crap also. After come on. And me, industry, one person I can point out, say, oh, sir, Akumana, and I say, we need any day, Shatta. Obeti me no akwen dem be kwamo in fact obi abe predicate go there I don't think say am be cross part crap be in bet he has that akuma obeti me he will find a way whether he will do it aggressively or no abe no bibia so on ferry on ferry I don't know you know. He will come and find a way. And sometimes one thing that I like about him is that even Wokrapono from afar, when he shows signs of remorse and you want to find a way to him and you are finding it difficult, he opens his arms for you. For you to come and then you sort out your differences as brothers and then you talk. So yes, I'm talking about
even that one, the potential for them to.
No, I'm even talking about. You see, the gender plays a role here.
Okay.
The gender plays. Yes, Burna boy Shatta Wale. For me, I dare channel me to say almost club be more actually. I will not be surprised. I will never be surprised. Shatta Wale Stoneboy, we all know whether they are cuckoo or not cuckoo, they see in the past and what is happening and when they meet our studios and all of that, the kind of things they make us see or feel. I mean, it's nice. Shatta Wale is there plenty. Those boys that he has been fighting here and the bet if he becomes Shatta Wale and Michi, maybe Shatta would want to still show Michi that love. And at this point, I can even say that Shatta is even still showing Michi that love because Shatta is not the type that will even go and sit on a platform and want to, jab Michi. Like, if Schwarzenegger will sit on Instagram and just be jabbing delay, whether he should respond or not respond, or he respond directly or indirectly, or not the band must on hate or hate. Tornado will do the same thing. The lanes will man, or they are funny, be winning a cassa and no art, and all they have woman thing and all of that. But Michi sometimes goes to Instagram and he finds jab. But Shatta Wale will not go and sit anywhere and want Michi to feel like or she's a bad person or anything. So for me, I think was our character or was our command to or not the end to me I cancel love because when Barrister raised the love argument, I was thinking about something. People who love you always have the heart to forgive you. People who love you, they force themselves to swallow certain pain to forgive you, and most of such people, say didn't know do it and you no interest pay, na your own no interest. So do secret about one thing. He will never do it. Somebody that is why when Shatta Wale is talking about street people. And Obeki Kumojia, maybe somebody who's sitting somewhere will just take it like, oh, and then a person you get my point. I don't think say Kumojia have done everything perfect with Shatta Wale. But ask yourself, I didn't Tina, if you're on bad bounty, and I say, when your opportunity, this person will say, and command the need say, oh, maybe a Kumoji and one children, and I'll be not so, he's showing signs, so that's why I worried. People who love you genuinely. Or no be bet me no jina bonti abo po be pass obenya platform ke se be drag work so be expose you yes den brother me one because you first of all apart from you fighting the person you want to say you'll be fighting with yourself for a very long time for you to gather that courage and say okay, let me destroy the person, let me do this. So yes, to some extent, I agree with the love argument, And then with delay anyway, more than a day, I don't see it any because then now can hear a good for the mistake and I don't pay mistake.
Oh, but I'm waiting to back up.
Rather simple.
Like no could you?
Never doing that.
Hi.
But
well, we thank God for another wonderful day. Thursday evening, is it? And let me say thanks to Young Barrister. Young Barrister is the lead person when you come to BIM. Is it? And he is an industry observer. Forget them.
It's not my
forget them. And in Team Dodi Solomon is also our online manager, digital content strategist. Nana Regan is a journalist. He is also a talent manager and a promoter. And to the guys at the back, Digital Rasta is on camera. Richard Flex is the editor and director of the show. Emmanuel Fori Lapiji is the producer. And Gideon Neelam Tessin is the creative director. Remember that tomorrow we come here to wrap up the whole week It is going to be an interesting session tomorrow. But all you have to do is be part of this family, subscribe to us, and let's do some more because we are building our family. Now, I just received a message from US. Richie Rich is sending this message, and he's asking that. I want to read exactly what he sent to me. He says, do you think Zion Felix will interview someone like Sarkodie's or Stonebwoy's wife without first informing him? Because of the respect Zion has for them. So why can't he do the same to Patapaa? I think Patapaa is the most disrespected artist in Ghana. And we need to be careful before that guy commits suicide. Because the way he's being treated, it is not good. Another time, we'll go deep into this. My name is Sammy Flex. We'll talk again some other time. We're out of here.